Hi neighbor, my name is Hannah. Welcome back to my channel, Pretty Hippie Me, and today we are up close and personal because we are doing some makeup. I have already done my brows and my face, and basically, I haven't done makeup videos on my channel for a couple months, few months. That doesn't mean that I've stopped doing makeup during all that time. So I wanted to share some of the new stuff that I've learned. Today's topic is about how to make my two differently shaped eyes look symmetrical. I think I have figured it out. I am excited. So, first of all, I put e.l.f. Putty Eye Primer on. I struggle with it a little bit. I'm still working with it and figuring it out. Let's talk about the two different shapes of my eyes. So, if you've been around for a while, from back when I really used to almost only do makeup videos, way back in the day, I used to say that my eyes have some kind of hoodedness to them. There's a little bit of eyelid overlap, basically, and my right eye has more of that. On this eye, in the corner, it's more open, and there's less overlap. Over here, the overlap goes all the way down. It's a subtle difference, but I can see it because I know my eyes. I'm sorry, it's hard. My right eye looks bigger in general compared to my left eye, but my left eye has a shape that I just find a little bit easier to work with my bone structure back here. Everything kind of comes to a point that is easy for me to see and to move in the direction of. I tell you, if you want to learn about your eye shape, spend some time just touching your bones, man. Here's a liner brush, okay? As I touch my bone, the outside of my eye socket bone, this is the shape it naturally takes. Whereas my right eye, the natural shape of it is more downward and more circular. And I think that that's also part of why I have a little bit more hoodedness overlap going on here. So we have two different shapes going on here. And what often happens is basically because of that, I can get two very different eye looks using the same colors and trying to do the same thing. Ideally, what I'm going for is the shape of this eye on both eyes and the size of this eye on both eyes. Okay, so for today's video, I'm going to be using the Wilderness palette from Beauty Bay. It is amazing. This is my favorite new thing I've gotten for makeup for a long time. We have these beautiful, every single shade is gorgeous. First, I find that I get better equality between the eyes when I start in the outer corner rather than starting in the crease itself. So I'm gonna take this Anastasia Beverly Hills, the little brush that they include in their palettes. A lot of people hate this brush. I don't know why. I like it. So I'm gonna take the shade Earth down here. We're gonna go on the warm neutral side today. I do usually start with my right eye because I'm right-handed, and also because this one is the slightly more problematic eye. So I can fix stuff over here a lot easier than I can fix it over here. So for this one, because we're trying to get that point, I don't go as directly into the corner of the eye. I go just a little bit outside and go a little bit on top of the crease. That little, not even hoodedness, but overlap. I mean, I do go on to the corner of the eye and onto the eyelid. And I try not to bring the shade down too far. I've already done it. It's a habit I'm trying to get out of. Blendedy blend. This end is a little bit thick for this part. So let me take, this is an e.l.f. crease brush. I like e.l.f. brushes. I wish that they had more specific names because there are a lot of different e.l.f. brushes that are different shapes and they all say crease, or different shapes and they all say blending. So it's a narrow one, but it has a kind of triangular shape in a way. So it helps to get in there a little more narrowly. So we want to blend out the edge of where we put that brown. I might even need a little bit more, but I'm like hesitant because this looks okay right now. The shape looks all right. Let me put a similar small amount. Again, I'll use the packing side of my ABH brush and my Wilderness palette. For this eye, I don't need to go kind of like beyond the corner itself because this has a more open corner. So it kind of already has the shape that I was trying to mimic over here. And for this one, again, because it's more open, I usually am a little better using this larger blending brush. It usually goes okay. So I want to close this eye and go really, I know that a lot of people like to circle blend. I get it. For this purpose, I want to stay a little lower on the lid. And when I'm on the lid, I'd rather go a little side to side than like circles because those hurt my eyeball. I might be pressing too hard, whatever. On camera, it looks like there's more color here than what I see in person. I'm gonna add a little more, get a little onto the actual lid. And again, this is the shape, like this is the shape that I'm trying to emulate over here. I don't really have to work too hard with this eye, thankfully. This is great. If we can keep it nice and soft like this. Okay, so you can see right now, looking at my outside corners, this one has like a straight kind of almond shaped line going on, which I love. This one has more of a like round and then swoop, which I wish it didn't have. This is one of the places where I can get accidentally like really like too much shadow because I want this to emulate this like kind of clean diagonal line out here. This one I'm still working out the right solution for, but I'm just gonna try my best to blend that shape more, blend it up a little bit so I get more of that triangle shape. Okay, that's a little better. It's a little better. It's a little better. Okay, I'm gonna leave that for the moment. It's a little better. Yeah, there's a lot more like natural lift in my bone structure over here, and this one's more naturally rounded. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna leave well enough alone. I'm gonna do kind of a like soft lid color of this orange sunrise shade down here. I have this fluffy Real Techniques brush. I'm sure that it's more of a blender than a like packer, but for today's purposes, I want a light wash. So I'm gonna fill in the lid here and I'm gonna bring it up into like this side of the crease, but I'm keeping it light. I'm gonna go a little bit over the line of the hoodedness kind of overlap that I have going on. And keep in mind, within that overlap, where that skin touches skin, oil likes to build up. Any part of your body where skin touches skin all the time, underarms, under boob, under carriage, when skin touches skin, oil is more likely to build up to keep things lubricated so you don't like chafe. So I say that to say this, I'm going to use a different eyelid primer in a second because this e.l.f. Putty Primer, I don't know if I just have like amazingly oily eyes or what, but I still find that my eyelid oil like gets through. So I'm going to use something different for the next step where I really bring the size of my eyes together or equal. I don't know. I'm going to do a little more of the orange also like kind of in the inside so that in a minute you'll still see some orange in here even after I put more eye primer on. Before I started experimenting with eye primers, I started with the Covergirl Lid Lock Up. Now this one is very sticky. One might say it is too sticky. Oh, there's a big stink bug in here. Hi, please. Joopy's gonna come get the bug. Please don't touch the camera. Please don't touch the camera. It's up on the ceiling, buddy. You can't get up there. You can't get up on the ceiling. There's no way. We have no ladder, no stairs up to the ceiling. Where are you going, buddy? Can you choose a space? Ah! Okay. Oh, the bug is on my light. Okay. Please. Oh, God. Hold on. The stink bug is still on my light right there. So expect at any moment that Joopy is gonna come run and jump and pounce on that light. Goodbye, stink bug. Goodbye. Please go somewhere else. Goodbye. Darn it, it went down. It went closer to the cat. He's flying around and he's attracted to the light. Okay, so now the cat's gonna be attracted to the light. Please don't pounce on the light, Joopy. Okay, please, please, buddy, please. And now he's trying to climb on my light. Oh, and, thank you, honey. Bug is gone now. Bye-bye. Okay, I got it. I'm still filming. Covergirl Lid Lock Up. This is very sticky. You cannot, or at least I cannot, blend shadows on top of this. It's great for a graphic look, and it does have great longevity. It's a great long wear lid thing, but you can't blend on it. Buddy, please go down. Okay, I gotta put you down now. Goodbye. Please. Thank you. You can't blend on top of it. I still use it, but not as my main eye primer. I use it for shimmers. I have been surprised that the other eye primers are not necessarily really like grabbing onto the shimmers all the way as I would have thought they would. So this is Covergirl Lid Lock Up. I'm going to put this doe foot here, little splotch. I think like each of those was like a half a dot. So together it makes one dot. And I have this, it's like Ulta Beauty and Black Widow collection. And I'm gonna spread that around up into the crease on this eye, into that oily area that for other eyeshadow primers cannot withstand. Oil breaks down the makeup, so it makes the eyeshadow disappear. The magic trick I never knew I was doing with my makeup. On this eye, again, I'm spreading it out. And because of how high we took it on the right eye, we're gonna mirror that over here. And that is how we're gonna make this eye look bigger. Because as high as we have to take this to go over the crease, we have to take it on this side too. That will even out the size of my eyes. Make them both look a little larger together. I'm going to take the shade Fossil. This beautiful gold pressed glitter, I think. It's like not the normal texture of a shimmer. Oops, I just accidentally dug into the orange. This is like an angled flat brush right here. I got it at the dollar store forever ago. And just apply it where I just applied the lid lockup. Especially when you're using a pressed glitter like this, because this is chunky. It's gonna get all over the place if you don't have a particularly strong eye primer. And then I'm gonna compare between the two sides a bit as well. Once I get that kind of like first layer and first shape of the glitter down, and just make sure, ooh, have a couple flyaways, but not too many. And so now I think, yeah, I need to take the other side up a little higher, a little sharper curve here over the crease line on my left side to match the height on my right side. So now I should have two pretty big looking, pretty equal looking eyes. I tried to create kind of a halo of orange around the front. The orange is really blending into the brown a little bit more than I wanted it to. So I'm gonna do a little bit of blending and fixing. I'm just reapplying some orange shadow. A note from editing Hannah, the orange and the brown do look more distinct on camera than they did in person that day when I filmed this. So that's why I went back in and started making the colors more opaque and distinct in person. At the end, it does end up a little bit more glam than I originally intended it to, but you know, it's not the end of the world. And then keeping it again, the outside corner a little outward and a little upward to keep that more angled look that I don't naturally have over here. And I'm just gonna blendy blend lightly, circles lightly. Okay, so this is the final pretty much eyeshadow look with a little bit of improvement in the color. So it's not perfect because the shades didn't quite behave the way that I thought they would. And I think like to complete the look, sorry, I'm just adding a little more here. So that's the actual finished eyeshadow look. Other than like to finish it off, I would use mascara. I would take my one of these shades on the bottom eyelid, but that's not like the main purpose of today's video. The main purpose is about making these two eyes look more evened out and more similar. Let me know in the comments below if you feel like I achieved that. Again, just for a wrap up, just for reference, I wanted my right eye to have the shape of my left eye, and I wanted my left eye to have the size of my right eye. So on my right eye, to imitate the shape of the left eye, I started in the outside corner with my shades instead of in the crease itself, and I started applying color a little bit upward and a little bit to the side of where the actual dead-on corner of my eye was, to imitate the lift that is naturally going on my left eye. On my left eye, to imitate the size of my right eye, first of all, we added the extra layer of powerful Covergirl Lid Lock Up so that we could be precise with our placement of eye glitter and that it would stay where we put it. I did my right eye first because that's the kind of one that we're modeling our left eye after. And then after doing my right eye, I brought the glitter to the same height and to imitate the shape of my right eye. It was kind of high on my left eye. It helped it look bigger because it was equal with my right eye, which is the larger eye. So I hope this makes sense. Please let me know in the comments below if, like I said, if I achieved my goal, if you have similar problems with like two different eye shapes and how you manage them. Do you try to make them look similar, or do you just go like, whatever, they're two different ladies, let them be individuals? Let me know if you found this helpful. Let me know if there's other makeup kind of stuff that you'd like to see from me. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate you and your time and the fact that you're spending your time here with me. So much love! Oh wait, like and subscribe and set your notifications to all so you can keep in touch with everything going on here in the neighborhood. That's it. Okay, so much love. Bye.